This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
Today we consider pointers around the witness interview. What are some of the characteristics of a good interview in an internal investigation? Is there one technique you should use? How should you think through all of this? Fortunately, there's no one right way to prepare for and conduct an interview. What is important is that you have a plan and execute it. Begin by obtaining an understanding of what the various stakeholders want answers to, whether this is the board of directors, C-suite executives, general counsel, legal department, or others. Remember, this is an interview, not an interrogation. It's not a deposition. So you need to maintain some sort of friendly profile, or rather relationship with the person you're interviewing, always cognizant that they should be made aware of Upjohn rights before you begin any interview. When it comes to the actual strategy around the interview, Jonathan Marks has suggested two strategies, which I'd like to share with you. An inside-out strategy in which he advocates using if allegations extend beyond the enterprise. In this strategy, you interview people inside the organization first, then maybe go on to third parties. The converse obviously would be an outside-in strategy where you can do a combination of both. He also notes that other techniques are available if you're doing concurrent interviews. If you think people are going to talk and you think there's potential collusion, conducting simultaneous interviews can sometimes prevent individuals from coordinating their stories and collaborating on what they're going to tell you. Another key element is that, and I am most insistent on this for myself and any people working under me, that you know all the documents backward and forward. You can ask a witness to explain a document, but you need to be fully up on all of the documents. You need to know how they fit together. If someone contradicts something is in a document, simply ask them, can you please explain this to me? You don't have to confront them with an aha or a got you moment. The key final is preparation. I'm a firm believer in understanding the business unit, understanding the project, understanding the scope of the investigation, getting a full handle on the documents, knowing who the witnesses are and how they fit into the overall matter that you're investigating before you start any interview. Of course, you can supplement that with the information you receive in the interview. As you know, this month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.